So we got stuck with a $70,000 to $100,000 bill to renovate this property.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't even know this story. What's up, everyone? You already know who it is. I'm here with my favorite mobile notary, Lundry of LYB Notary. And we have a closing today, but it's a little different closing than we typically have. So basically, this is two properties that we've owned since 2019 and 2020. We had a situation where a tenant went an entire year without paying, without reaching out to us. And during that time, there was a hole in the roof. It basically flooded the unit, and there's mold, and the floors are buckling, just everything that you can imagine in this property. So we got stuck with a $70,000 to $100,000 bill to renovate this property.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't even know this story, so she's hearing it while you guys are hearing it. So we got hit with a $70,000 to $100,000 bill on these properties, and as owners, we're like, how are we gonna come up with this money, right? Like, this is unforeseen. So what we decided to do was sell 50% of our equity, 50% of ownership to another investor in exchange for them funding the work that's needed. So we can say, hey, listen, Mr. Investor, do you want to own this property with us? We'll give you 50% of ownership in exchange for $150,000, for example. And then they sign all this paperwork with us. They own half the property. We get $150,000, and we can do all the renovations that we need to bring the property up to par and begin cash flowing. So you can actually sell ownership in the property without selling the entire property. You still keep power control, tax benefits, future cash flow, and appreciation, which is really cool. So that's what this transaction is. There are two properties across the street from one another. Both had similar instances, but essentially we said, well, if we package them up, we can get more money and be able to renovate both, which we needed to do anyway. Right. And that's what this transaction is. I think it's a really cool story and something to inspire investors who are always concerned with, well, what happens when this occurs? Or, well, what if this? Or I'm afraid of this. In real estate, there's always a way out. I mean, worst case, we could have just sold the properties for what we bought them for, and no harm, no foul. We just profited all the money we made all those months, but we decided to keep the property because we're young. We've only had the property for 2 or 3 years, so why not keep at least half of the property? And then who knows, maybe our new partner will buy out the rest of our ownership and we'll make even more money down the road, or vice versa. Maybe we'll buy our ownership back. Like, that's the power of ownership. You have so much autonomy of what you want to do with your property. So I thought this was a cool lesson for anybody who is watching or who cares. So that's it. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's finish signing.